When it comes to catching fall colors, a week can make a huge difference. We were up here 1 week ago looking for fall colors in kind of a scouting mission. At that time, there were a few leaves that are starting to turn, but most of them were still green. Today, we're looking for fall colors, and I think we're too early. It looks like we're not in luck. The leaves are probably at least a week away from being in full color. At least a week away from... Well, fast forward just 1 week, and a lot has changed. For one... What's it doing, Diana?
It's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing a little bit up here, but I will remind you that we are quite a bit higher than the city level up here. Now, I'm not sure how well you can see it behind me here, but that's the city way down below. We're well above it because this is where fall colors will come out first. We're set up here for our first shot of the day, which is a shot that we're going to take looking straight down this valley. You can see below there's some nice color coming out in some of these trees, and that sort of acts as a bottom for the picture that is framed by the valley below. It's a little hard to see the hills on the other side though, because they're very indistinct with the snow that's falling right now. They're kind of hazy, and we might need to apply a dehaze filter.
There's mountain sheep just down there.
We're trying not to scare them off, and I tried to take a couple of pictures. We've seen a lot of different things out here today. What is it we saw earlier, Diana?
Cows everywhere.
Yeah.
And just all over the place, and they were quite interested in what we were doing.
Especially the little ones. The little cows look up and they're very curious. The older cows just sort of say, yeah, whatever.
They mow right through the trees.
Mow right through the trees like they're bulldozers. Large living bulldozers. Right, so we are going to set up and take our first shot here. And I've got the camera set up looking down the valley toward the yellow foliage below. We're going to shoot this one at f8, and we're going to be at an ISO of 100 and shutter speed whatever it takes to get the right exposure. And we hope it'll come out nicely. I'm also going to probably try another couple of other exposures. I'll try an f11 as well, just in case there's some area in there that I want to get a deeper depth of field on. This is an unexpected bonus. We have a couple of mountain sheep that have ended up coming right near us, and we're going to see if we can get a good shot of them. Diana thinks she can speak sheep, so she's trying to attract them so that we can get a better picture.
Come here. Come here.
And I'm not sure it's working. They're not moving.
Oh, they're coming. They're coming.
Yeah, they are going slowly.
Show them they're coming.
See if we can get a look at them for you in the video, and I'll definitely take a picture.
There you are. I see you. Hi. Looks like a young one.
We were in this area last week, and at that time my conclusion was we should come back when there's a little more color in here. Here's a section we'll be back for in probably a week or 2 weeks, because as you see there's a nice stand of deciduous trees. I'm not sure what kind they are, whether they're birch or if they're aspen or poplar, but when the fall colors come out, the white bark against the colors of the leaves is tremendous, and this is a nice little stand that I think will achieve the desired effect. Today there is a little more color, still a little too much green in there to be fully fall fabulous, as you might say. But there are some great trees in this area with some great bark.
It must be very old.
Yeah, how old do you estimate it is?
A good 100 anyways. Maybe more, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe 100 years old. Some of these are a lot smaller, but some of these trees in here are just massive. I'm set up here for the next shot. This one's going to be a shot of this stand of trees behind here, which has some nice yellow contrasted with this nice green tree, which is in the middle of the yellow, so you get a nice color contrast. And then behind we have a big sort of dead tree. Maybe it's dead, maybe not, rising up behind. Hard to capture potentially, but let's give it a go. For settings on this shot, we're going to go with, again, f11, because we want to make sure we get the full depth of field with the green tree in front of the yellow trees. And we're going to be at ISO 100. I'm using a 2-second timer because things will bounce a little bit when I press the shutter. Earlier we were lucky enough to run into a bunch of mountain sheep, and now we've run into more of what we've been running into all day, and that's cows. And they've been leaving behind little presents for us to watch for when we're walking as well. And I'm hoping you can see the one behind me. She's up here chewing the scenery, having a good old time, and Diana's speaking to her in cow. It's lucky we have a translator along with us. She speaks both sheep and cow. Let's hope if we run into any dangerous animals, she speaks their language too. We'll get a couple of shots of Bossy, then we've got some more colors to capture. We're set up here for our final compositions of the day. We're in a beautiful little grove of colorful trees. Just circle so you can see it. Some of them are still green, but there's a lot of pops of yellow that are coming out of here, and even some oranges. Our first shot we're going to do in here is right behind me. It's this shot of this yellow group against the green. Again, that provides some nice color contrast, makes the yellow jump out a bit. We also have as a secondary element up here, not my head, this yellow group back there. So we'll be setting up for that shot. We'll probably frame it a little tightly so that we're mostly getting those ones, so that the story is about those trees and their contrast to the one beside them. And same kind of settings, f11, ISO 100. We have a tripod, so that's the best way to go with this kind of thing, and a 2-second timer so that we don't get any camera shake. I think this is going to be very nice. After we take this shot, we're going to get in and take a couple of shots over here of some more bright colors. And you can actually see back there, there's some larger trees that are a little darker yellow. We're going to try to get a few shots of those as well for you. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today's walk in the woods. We've had a good time looking for some renewed fall colors, and we're, I think, still pretty amazed how much difference 1 week can make in fall colors. Wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And the snow pretty much is stopping now, which is of course Murphy's Law of photography. The minute you decide to stop, the weather gets better. But in terms of photography, you couldn't ask for a much better day to be out. It was really kind of cool conditions. So with that, we'll sign off. Thanks for watching this. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave us a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.